Hey everybody, I'm Dylan with Beaver Beans Coffee in Pinnatan Lake. I'm here at our new roastery and I wanted to address a very important question today. A question I have gotten from all sorts of customers from around Canada since we've opened. The big question is French press coffee versus regular drip coffee. Why do we do it? Well, the truth is a French press just releases more of the robust flavors that you'd receive in a bean that you wouldn't commonly get in a regular drip coffee. So that's what we recommend. Some people don't know how to use a French press. So for that reason, what we've done today is created a DIY French press at your house you can create with regular day garage items that any Canadian would have, so you can experience your first French press coffee without buying a costly machine. So here we are in the garage. Looking around, what are we going to use here? Well, first of all, we're going to need some sort of container to press our coffee into. So what does every good Canadian have? Well, a stainless steel milking bucket, of course, because we all have cattle. It's a common known fact in Canada. Secondly, we're going to need some sort of lid to actually press this coffee down. So I look around and, of course, diamond plate. Everyone has some diamond plate. Kick it around their house, just in case they need something to do. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to trace the perfect size lid on this diamond plate, mark it, cut out my lid, and then we'll keep constructing from there. All right, now that we have our perfectly fitting circular lid, it's very important in a French press that we have big holes so when we press down, the water comes through. So next step, we're gonna drill some holes in this thing. All right, we got our lid for pressing, got our holes to let the water through. Well, sure enough, we need a handle to hang onto this press. So what does every Canadian hobbyist have in his garage? Stick welder. Okay, we have our press, we have our handle. Well, we don't want grounds getting into our coffee. So we're just gonna press it with our hands. I do need a screen to make sure that these beans aren't gonna get through. The right patinaed shirt should do the job. Wash just enough times that it's thin enough to let the water through properly, but it's thick enough to stop your grinds from getting into that delicious cup of coffee. There you have it, our homemade French press lid. Now all we have to do is grind some beans, heat some water, and we have a delicious cup of coffee. We have our delicious beaver beans here. Now, the most important part of this step is to make sure you don't grind your beans too fine. If you're doing an espresso, you want a fine ground bean. When we grind for a French press, it's very important you have the consistency of sea salt. Best way to describe it. So, I'm gonna grind some beans because I don't have a grinder upstairs. I'm gonna use the plow on my quad and a sledgehammer for the precision part of this process. Well, we're almost there, but this is going to take a little bit of work with the sledgehammer to get to that precision grind that we're looking for. Look at that. I get it right every time. That 12:1 water ratio we talked about. So for this demonstration, I'm going to do 1 cup of grounds to 12 cups of water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That is the precise amount of water you need to make this coffee right. Now we're going to achieve that 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Remember, little torch to light the big torch. Now I have an infrared thermometer to make sure I hit 200 degrees Fahrenheit perfectly. All right, that's 200 degrees. We're gonna add our coffee now. Okay, now that we've reached our 200 degrees Fahrenheit, we're gonna do that 12:1 ratio I talked about. 1 cup of coffee to go with 12 cups of water. Now we're gonna let that steep for a very specific 4-minute time. What I like to do is choose my favorite rock anthem, 4 minutes long. That's what I know when my coffee is ready to be pressed. Okay, that's been 4 minutes. Time to press this coffee. Worked perfectly, exactly like I thought it would. You can now enjoy your favorite blend of beaver beans. Cheers to good coffee in Canada, eh?